Hey y'all, welcome to day two, two of the Reset Your Mental Challenge Year End Edition. Hi, I am Mia Bia, ancestral healer and mindset coach. I help people transform their lives from the inside out. Um, and you know, I am so um I'm so blessed to be able to be in the space that I'm in right now because if you watched yesterday's day one video, I was just thinking, and it's crazy because today is gratitude, but I was just thinking about where I was when God gave me this blueprint for Reset Your Mental and like where I am today. Because this is like 2 years ago. I started working on this in December 2023, and it's crazy that I'm where I am right now with it. And hindsight is always 2020. Um, because as I'm reteaching this, I'm also going back. Uh, Remember, it's the year end edition, right? But for me, it's the 2 years ago edition. And I'm going back and I'm seeing like everything replay out from a different angle of life because, again, I'm 2 years out of when I created this. And baby, if I would have knew then for real, like the large scope of what I know now with not only this challenge, but what I was going through and what God was trying to show me as I was going through it, baby. Listen. Okay. But that I'm grateful. Bottom line, I'm grateful. So if you haven't already, go ahead and check out day one's video. I'm going to link day one's video in the description box below. Also make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube, please. Thank you. Appreciate you. Um, yeah. So we're building on what we did yesterday, right? Yesterday we placed all of our problems on the page, or in our voice notes, or in our meditation time, or whatever mode of expression you use to place your problems. And today we're going to shift gears because now that we've seen what's going wrong, today we're going to create the space of gratitude. And again, I love how intentional God is. Because like I said, I'm moving through this challenge again with you as I'm teaching it and recording these videos. So I'm moving through it with you again. And the emotions that are coming up for me right now. Woo, praise God. All right. So, listen, sometimes when we're feeling frustrated and overwhelmed or burnt out, it can feel like impossible to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And everything just feels really heavy. Like it feels loud. It just feels and it can pull us into this space to where we just become somebody we don't even know who we are. That's why we're frustrated and overwhelmed and irritated with everything, and we can't see clearly because technically you're in a dark space right now. You're in a dark space right now, and it's okay for you to be in the dark space. If you've recognized that you are not yourself and you're outside yourself, that's the first step. You've cracked open a piece of the puzzle just by recognizing that I am not myself right now. Okay. Um And being pulled in that dark mental and emotional space, you get depressed. Like you get depressed. Like I said, I when I created this challenge, when God gave me this information, this download, I was like physically sick in my body from what I was going through. Okay. And the second stage of the challenge was, or the second stage of this blueprint God gave me was gratitude. God was like, look at where you are from the space of your problems. Now shift your perspective and look at where you are outside of those problems. Take yourself outside of yourself so you can see yourself. You'll get that later. But being able to be in this space of gratitude so you can see what you have, even though hell is literally breaking loose in front of you, it shifts your power, it shifts your frequency, it shifts your perspective, it shifts your energy levels. So, and it shifts your heart too, because um it's like you go from this space of feeling resentment and having resentment for all of these things that you're going through and this frustration that you're feeling and not knowing what to do or where to go next, and feeling this gratitude for what you do have. It breaks your heart open a little bit so that you're able to feel God and feel the love and feel like yourself again so that you can create what you need to create to get yourself the clarity you need. Okay. And when your heart posture changes, that's when God knows, like, okay, you ready to get a little bit more, because even in the midst of this chaos and frustration, you were able to shift yourself and still find something to be thankful for. Now, if you listening to this and you're just really in the dark spot and you saying, girl, I don't know what I'm grateful for right now because this is bad out here. I was there too. Again, like I said, I was there too. And I remember seasons in my life where, things was just so heavy. And I'm like, God, what you gonna do? And that moment really wasn't about what God was gonna do. It was about, Mia, what are you going to do so that you can see God even in the midst of your chaos? Mm. So showing gratitude, it does what it does, gratitude also, to me, is like a form of prayer too, in a sense, because it's like it's just a thank you, but it opens up God's ears to be like, oh, I'm listening. I'm listening. What you got to say? And it also calms your spirit, calms your nervous system down so that you can hear. Cause God's like, oh, okay, I hear you now. Now hear me. Okay. So this is where we're moving into, right? So today I want you to get your journal out, or whatever method that you used in prior. You can switch your method up if you want to as well. And I want you to write down what you're grateful for in this moment. Because yesterday it was all about those problems. Today the problems are not the focus anymore. We're anchoring ourselves in that gratitude. Start small if you have to. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful that I'm breathing. I'm grateful that there is food in my refrigerator. I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful that I have a vehicle to drive, or I have a way to get where I got to go to do what I got to do. I'm grateful for kids. If you have your children, I'm grateful for them. Even though they get on my nerves, I'm still grateful for them. Like I'm grateful for my mind. I'm grateful for the purpose that God placed within me. I'm grateful. And as you begin to express that gratitude, just like even in the beginning of this video, I'm grateful that I'm not where I used to be. Who? there's emotions that's gonna come up. And I can remember like being in church when I was younger, and I would see people like crying and just be full of emotion, and I'm like, what they crying for? What they crying for? What happened? Are they sad? No, they're not sad. They're grateful. So when you begin to list these things out that you're grateful for, if the tears come up, let them come, let them flow, release, open up, you know. um you may feel a need to stop writing and just sit for a minute and sit in that gratitude, because the emotions that come up when you really um feel the gratitude, when you feel it, the feeling, even in your body, you may begin to feel like, goosebumps, or the hairs on your arms begin to rise up, or just this feeling of just overwhelming love in your heart. That's God. That's literally God. And that allows the blockages to open up for you. So whatever comes up, let it come up. Whatever you feel, let it feel. But I want you to also document that too. Document that too, okay? Because it's touching the part of you that you know that you are. What are the emotions I'm feeling as I'm writing out gratitude? Or why am I feeling these emotions? I'm feeling this because who? What I've been through. I'm feeling this because I know that in the past I've experienced these same feelings and God brought me out previously. So I know I'm gonna be okay this time. But I still gotta reprocess. I still gotta work through it. You still gotta work through it. Even though you have the faith, you still have to work through it, because you got to reprogram some things. And that's what this is for. So, all the challenges that you've been facing, they put your focus to them in the darkness, but the gratitude helps redirect your focus back to what is still good, still present, and still working for you. So, now as we move into the reflection for the day, blah, blah, blah. I want you to think about this. Do you notice a difference between how you felt yesterday and how you feel today? Do you see how the thoughts from day one were causing blockages for you? And do you see how gratitude can begin to soften and open the heart so that those blockages can dissolve? Yes, you see it. I see it. I feel it. That's all we talk about today. We're just being aware. We're just expressing our gratitude, and we're switching our perspective. That's it for today. And tomorrow, we're going to build from there. So, thank you for joining. Link to video 1 is in the description box below. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. All my social handles will also be in the description box below. See you on the next video.